could it be true that there's a race of giants? In folklore, giants, beings of a huge human appearance, are sometimes known to have the strength of a bear. The word giant, first attested in 1297, derived from gigantus, Greek mythology. Fairy tales such as Jack and the Giant, or Jack and the Beanstalk, often described a giant. Some more recent portrayals are from Jonathan Swift's and Roald Dahl. Some of the giants are both intelligent and friendly. The giants appear in the folklores of cultures worldwide, and they represent kind of a simple concept. They're humans with enlarged bodies. They're monstrous. Sometimes they evoke terror. They are often portrayed as the body's frailty and are faced with, cause us to face mortality. Their offspring is often regular humans. In Genesis, it talks of the Nephilim. So here we have bones. Are these real? Are these photoshopped? What do we think when we see pictures and photographs like this? Is this just a human condition where the body simply grows too tall? This was found in Romania. And then we have stories that go back for so many cultures. So what are these giants? We have them in the Bible. The book of Numbers includes discouraging report by the spies which Moses sent to the Canaan. We attacked those people. They're stronger than we are. All the people we saw are of great size. We saw the Nephilim there. This is something that we can dive into with the tarot cards, and we can ask, are giants real? Or were they just kind of entertainment for people and kind of like a myth? We have the Cyclops or Cyclopes. They are giant due to their size and proportion. We have Olympus. So they're everywhere. The giants are everywhere. So now let's go ahead and turn to the tarot cards and let's find out, are these giants real? The first question I'm going to ask is kind of an open-ended. I'll just ask the tarot, was there a race of humans that would be portrayed as giants that lived on the earth sometime? And I'm going to pull a card from the Witch's Tarot. So I'm going to just shuffle and ask if there was a race of humans that were giants that lived on the earth at some point. And, two cards came out. Isn't that interesting? Whoa. Folks, I want you to notice something about this card. Notice how big he is in front of the camera and then the landscape behind him. Do you notice how big he is? Look at the card. Look at how much room he takes up on the card. I think that the tarot isn't really... Is that a dragon back there? Or a bird? Oh, it's a necklace he's wearing with a bird. But do you see how he's kind of like high up on a mountain? I think this is portraying a giant. I really do think the cards are trying to portray a giant there. And the people were trying to destroy the giants. So this is the giants destroyed, but you have to remember that the Ten of Swords can also be, folks, the remains. It can also be the remains. So we have the Page of Swords, who's taking up a good chunk. He's very high up, very strong. See, he's very strong. He's got his sword up in the air. And then we've got the Ten of Swords with the people. Look at all the swords in the back, the people destroying. This is very, very interesting. The Three of Wands. Now we've got two cards here where they're high up. high on a mountain overlooking. What is a giant? Tall and looks down upon the land. Tall and looks down upon the land. Folks, I believe that there were giants that lived on the land. I mean, it's, oh my word, there were fierce battles fought. Fierce battles fought with these. Because I think the people considered them to almost be not human, like they were feared. Look at the battles that were fought, like they considered them monsters. And yes, absolutely, in the folklore, they can be portrayed as monsters. And here you have the deck, the Witch's Tarot, telling us the full story of these giant people and how they fought for them. Now, were some of these giants kind? I mean, maybe they were attacked by people that they had to defend themselves, or were they truly evil? So we know that there might be different time periods and different races. So let's just say overall, were these giants friendly? Were they friendly overall for their personality? I'm kind of curious to know that. Look at here, King of Cups. They considered themselves to be, sorry about the glare, I've ordered some new lights, but until they come in, I've got to kind of dance around the glare. So the King of Cups, they felt like they were masters. Now the King of Cups can be loving. It can be loving, but still, I am the master race. So maybe the people kind of rebelled because they didn't want to have a leader like this, like somebody giant that considered themselves to be, the leader, the master race. But it does feel like at any point, that they were the master race, just maybe because of their pure size. So eventually they left. So I feel like this is different timelines. Like there were different timelines where the planet had the giant race on them and they joined the stars. They're in the stars. Eventually they were forced into either exile or they became extinct. They're gone. This card about leaving, being gone. So they were here during different periods on the earth, and then they left. Folks, one of the things I love about the tarot is you can ask, could I just pick a giant? And could I just get in the mind of them? Did they think logically? Did they think like an ape? Did they have, how intelligent were they? Were they intelligent? Were they just like, animal kind of behaviors? On average, what was the intelligence or what was the personality of a giant in general? Obviously we don't know. Five of Swords. So they came in with a lot of troubles. Like they came down to the earth with a lot of troubles. Look at this. This is transforming. This is Five of Swords. So this is kind of battle type of energy. They were kind of a battling race. Ooh, I just thought of a question. Oh God, I don't know how to ask this. Were they genetically put down here? You know what I'm saying? Were they created on another planet and plopped down here? I am sorry, I have to ask that. You guys could be laughing, but that's how my brain works. Was this giant race, were they normally on the earth or were they planted here from somewhere else? Did they normally evolve on the earth or were they planted here from somewhere else? Oh, I can't even stand to look at this. What is it? Folks, they're planted. You've obviously got spears in the air headed down to the earth. They were flown here. And during a time when the earth really didn't have a lot of life on it. Look at this, the barren earth. The whole earth had kind of a barren type of look. And they were flown in. And this could be several different races. I feel like they could have had different races and they were flown to different areas, but there's no life on the planet. It's almost like for a while the giants lived by themselves. I don't see any other people, no sign of any other life, or if there is, they were plopped down in a area of the planet where there was, they weren't going to contact anybody. Oh man, this is getting, you never know where this is going to go. So then what happened to them? This is almost like a story of the giants. Story of the giants. Wow. So they were the Three of Pentacles. Oh my God, is that a test tube? No, you have to be kidding me. There was like a plan for them. And this is like a test tube, like manipulating, taking their DNA and then watching them. Look at the cat observing. And there was like a plan for them. They had like a plan and they were documenting them. You know, I know this is getting off topic, but do you know in the Bible, in the beginning of it, it's like Rebecca had 7 sons. You know, it's almost like a genealogy type of tracking in the beginning of the Bible. And when I was a Sunday school teacher and I actually kind of like read the Bible, I always wondered, why was it so important that they tracked people? You know, why would they track the genetics so closely? And that was just a question that floated in my mind and then floated out, you know, because everyday life gets busy. But this certainly looks like a test tube, an experiment and of a human race. Oh, this is getting interesting, folks. I have to keep going. I'm sorry. This is the story of the giants, and it's fascinating me right now. I'm doing this live. I did not do this early. I'm actually doing this while I'm pulling cards, so I did not pull cards early, and then I'm regurgitating the information. You're getting my reaction as these cards are coming out live right now. So there was a lot of change on the planet. This is the wheel of the year. This is called the wheel of the year. Now this is interesting, wheel card. So there were like major changes going on in the planet. Maybe there was like, you know, a lot of destruction, or maybe there wasn't a lot of things that could survive on the planet, but I got a question. Why put a giant race on the planet? Why giant? Why not like mini 2 feet tall people? Why giants? Seven of Cups. So they were kind of confused by this too. It's almost like oh my God, he's like a wizard. Oh my God, is he like pointing his finger at me? Dude, why are you pointing your finger at me? And your hand looks weird. And there's all these test tubes. You know, I think they were experimenting with not just humans, but a lot of different life forms in cup and petri dishes. And he's like, don't get too close to the truth. I almost feel like this a warning, like the big hand coming out. Stop. What is on that hand? I don't even want to say what I think is on that hand. Can't get the camera to focus on it. I mean, that guy looks like, be careful, Melanie. Screw you. I'll do what I want. I'm not going to be careful. All right. What else about the giants? The Four of Wands. So for a period of time, they did, this is the house card. They did kind of live among themselves and have like groups, because this is like the family. This is like groups. So there were definitely groups of them on the planet. Wow. Look at this. They could survive in all types of weather. 5 of Pentacles. But they did suffer. And this is, oh my God, this is like the family tree with all the little pentacles, which, you know, remember that when their hands are and legs and feet are out, they form pentacles. So this is like the human pentacle tree. This is like the ancestors. But there's a lot of suffering that was done. So they suffered a lot. They suffered a great deal. This is the physical suffering card. I think that race suffered a great deal. So, I feel bad for him now. I have another question. Are the giants ever going to come back? Are the giants ever going to come back to the planet? Are the giants ever going to come back to the planet? Ooh. The moon. I have to look at this card. I don't think it's Earth. I think they're on another planet. I think they're on another planet. Dang it. I kind of wanted them to come back. But I think they're waving goodbye, giants. Have a good life on your planet that you're living on now. That's what I feel like. They're waving goodbye, giants. Have a good life on that planet. Maybe they'll accept you better and stop trying to destroy you. So that's really interesting. Is there anything else, as a final thought, is there anything else that we need to know about these giants? Anything else that we need to know? That would just, you know, really be fascinating about these giants. So there's more to discover. This is the Hermit. And once again, we have somebody standing tall. There's more to learn about these. And I feel like some of them are frozen, like in mountains, like deep inside of mountains. I feel like some of them are frozen. And as we get deeper inside mountains, I think we're going to discover more. And this is a cloak, something hidden, and then shining the light on. So I think we're going to find out more and more about these giants. Is there going to be any kind of a cover-up? Is there going to be any kind of a cover-up where people won't be told the truth about the giants? Knight of Swords. That's like quick information. Like, woo! It's gonna come fast. Oops! The information is going to come fast. The Knight of Swords, fast action. Justice. That could be need to know. That could be, see the veil there? Well, we'll just tell the people what we think they need to know and then leave some of it hidden. So that's very interesting. What? Okay, now I gotta, why would they hide it? Why are they gonna hide it? Why would they hide some of the information? Nine of Pentacles, money. Oh, can you imagine? They'd probably aftermarket giant body parts like they harvested all of the elephant tusks and things like that. This is money, folks. And prestige. The people were prestigious. So it's about money. Well, we have a greedy society. I certainly want to thank you for joining me on this venture into the world of giants. It is definitely fascinating. Now, maybe you are sitting there and you're thinking, Melanie, you should have asked this question or that question. Be sure to put it in the comments and we'll have giant number 2 video coming out, because there's always things that maybe I forgot to ask. This is a fascinating subject and I was happy to do a video on this. If you like these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends who might be interested. Have a great day, you guys, and keep researching into the mysteries of life, because I'll tell you what, who needs fiction? It's like real mysteries are better than any fiction. That's in my opinion. All right, thank you.